Good morning, boys and girls. Let's take a look here at chapter 14. We are moving on to a new region of the continent of Africa. Next, we'll be looking at the southern and eastern parts of Africa, so all new countries. Let's zoom in on the political map and see if we can answer some questions here. All right, zoom in a little bit closer. There we go. All right, let me ask you some questions. Number one, which of the countries on this map is an island? Look at the map closely. Which of the countries on this map is an island? Number two, which of the countries on this map have no coastline? Look at it closely. Which of the countries on this map are not on the coast? And number three, why might the countries such as Somalia, which is right here, and Namibia, which is right here, why might they struggle with water shortages? Can you think of any reasons why they might struggle with water shortages? Now that you've had a chance to look at the political map, let's read about Kulakani, a young man who lives in the region, and let's experience what his life is like there.
South Africa lies on the southernmost tip of the African continent. It is a country full of riches, both in its natural resources, like diamond and gold mines, and in its cultural diversity. Modern cities like Johannesburg and Cape Town help make South Africa one of the most developed African nations. Still, the number of people living in poverty is large and growing. The people here face many challenges, and one of the things that gives them the strength to meet these challenges is music. 19-year-old Kulikani lends his rich bass voice to his school chorus. It is, he says, his favorite way to escape.
My brother, I like to be happy, and singing with other kids makes me happy. It's very nice. It takes away the worries.
Kulikani has more worries than many young people his age. His parents died when he was 10 years old, and ever since then he has lived with his aunt and his cousin in this small mud house in a settlement called Nonyevu. His house overlooks the town of Port St. John's in the eastern Cape of South Africa.
I live in a house made of clay, and in heavy rains, it can easily fall down and the roof leaks. This house is not safe, and I sometimes think that the government is not delivering on its promises. The government is supposed to build safe houses for us.
Kulikani and his family live with no running water or electricity. Keeping water in the house for washing and cooking is Kulikani's responsibility. So every day he lugs bottles to a tap in town where he fills them up and carries them back home again. He also collects rainwater in large containers kept on the side of his house. Kulikani doesn't complain about having to get water every day, but the lack of electricity makes studying at night very difficult. Another problem is that some of his teachers require that he watch TV for homework assignments.
Most of my fellow students have water and electricity, so I sometimes watch television at their houses in order to complete my homework. The fact that they have these things and I do not affects me a lot, but this is my home, so I have to stay here.
Because he is used to living with scarcity, Kulikani does not waste anything. Every drop of water is saved and reused in some way, perhaps to water the garden. His aunt grows most of the food that they eat, so they don't need to buy groceries. Recycling is just what he has to do in order to survive.
You must not waste things and just throw them away. I don't have the means to get new things, so I must look after what I have. The things we have must only be used in the right way in order to survive.
Every day when he gets home from school, Kulikani washes and dries his school shirt, and every night before bed he irons his shirt and polishes his shoes. He takes pride in his appearance and refuses to let his poverty keep him from opportunities like school, which is free, but does require that he wear a uniform.
The reason why I like school is because I want to learn about many things. After I finish school, I want to get a job or go to university.
Kulikani studies 7 different subjects in school, including accounting. He'd like to go to university and study to be an accountant one day. even though he's not sure how he will pay for it.
Some students say that after finishing high school, they'll try to find work because they don't have any money. I believe in God, and maybe He has a plan for me to continue my studies. I don't want to be the same as all the other kids. I want to continue studying. I'm not like all the other students at my school. I'm an individual.
But this individual doesn't spend all his time thinking about himself. He volunteers at a local youth center. When the youth group leader is gone, Kulikani is responsible for organizing games and activities. The work encourages him in his everyday life.
I like to be involved with the youth. I like to do positive things. If I see people doing the right thing, I want to join them. That's why I'm there.
But most of all, Kulikani loves to sing. The highlight of Kulikani's day is the afternoon school choir practice. The group has already won several local awards for their singing, and soon they will get to compete in a larger town against schools from other cities. Kulikani's singing echoes his joy and optimism. After all, he is a young man with a voice full of promise.
For now, I hope that singing in the choir will bring about change. I like to promote my school. I am inspired by music. And the reason why I want to do choir is because I don't want to be stuck in life saying, hey, I don't know how to do this. I want to learn how to do everything in life.
Wow, that was really great. Thank you to Kulikani. Now that we know a little bit about what life is like in the region, let's learn about the physical geography of southern and eastern Africa.